Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Climbing the Ladder. Today in Climbing the Ladder I'm going to go over how to trade efficiently in lane, and I'm going to do this over a Yasuo replay that game I played earlier today actually, and it's around Diamond 4 MMR, and it will be some game commentary after the part after I explain everything, because I will be showing the entire game. So, how do you trade efficiently in lane? Do you want to trade when your opponent is busy doing something else? That's kinda obvious. So you want to put damage on the target when he can't do damage on you. And that's either when his main skill are down, and that's usually the part you want to go in when you're playing bot lane, when the support main skill are down, or mid lane you want to trade on that way. But in top lane it's usually, because all your CDs usually have really short cooldowns, you can play around them, but it will be more about trading when the enemy is last hitting. And by doing so, how do you do that then? If you push out your lane, try to pressure it as much as possible, you will be able to trade when your opponent takes a last hit, because they will you will not have any minions to care about yourself, so you can just push out the lane and try to trade when the enemy last hits. And this logic is for both mid lane and bot lane as well. You want to trade when the other guy takes the last hit. In mid lane it's usually skill shots, crowd control abilities, you put on or burst spells. In top lane it's usually just, maybe with Yasuo it's a Q and an auto attack. It's maybe a W auto attack and a Q with Gragas. Most of the top laners it's just auto attacks and one more spell. You short trades, and in bot lane as AD carry it's always an auto attack, nearly always an auto attack, and with the support you want to try to catch the enemy AD carry when he walks up and takes a CS. When you're playing Thresh you want to try to get a hook in, and when you play Leona you might want to, if they take a dangerous CS, you might want to charge in, and so on. On all supports this logic applies. So this is how you trade efficiently in lane. And as I mentioned before, it's easier to do this when you're pushed out, but you're putting yourself in danger of a gank when you push out. So if there was no jungler, if you were just playing a 2 versus 2 or 1 versus 1 matchup, it would be the best thing to do would be to just try to push as much as possible. But you still want to push for that level 2 power spike, you want to push for all your level power spikes. But you need to be a bit more careful of what jungler you're facing. This game I'm facing a Nunu jungle, so I know that he won't really gank me, because a Nunu, his ganks are kind of pointless, honestly. So as long as I keep a ward in the tri-brush, I can just play the pressure game and pressure Gragas as much as possible, so he misses those CS when I try to take a trade. When he's under the turret I can try to stack up my Q 2 stacks and then try to deny him a minion with my Q. When he walks up and tries to take the CS, I aim my Q in the same direction that he walks up to, so either he has to take the Q to his face, or he misses the CS. So this is how you want to play the lane. For an example, if they had a more gank heavy jungler like Elise or well, they can't have Gragas itself because they are playing Gragas top lane, but Elise or Lee Sin or someone like that usually ganks more, then I have to be a bit more cautious and maybe not be able to push this aggressively like I do right now. But this is the ideal way to play the 1 versus 1 matchup itself, and I can do that if I play versus a farm jungler like Nuno, or he's more like an invade jungler, but he's not focused on ganking. So you can play this like this in every lane when you're versus a farm jungler, and it's really important to try to pre-plan your how you want to play the laning phase before you really go into it, so you stick to your plan. It's better to have a plan than if you're not having a plan, because then you can play to a concept, and even if that concept is slightly wrong or just wrong, it's better to have a concept than to have nothing at all to go after. So I think it's really important to set your goals for the game and try to play them out. And by the way, I just to mention, my runes and masteries for this game was a bit off. I got the correct rune page, mastery page. I mean, I got the correct mastery page. I got the Warlord's Bloodlust and then 12 in Cunning. But for runes, I managed to not pick magic resist runes because I was a bit AFK in the champion selection. So this is why I'm not trading that aggressively this game. I'm just trying to push him against his turret because Gragas does some damage early game. But with that said, now that I got the Spectre's Cowl and my Phantom Dancer, I can pressure this fat guy. I can really put some pain on him. And I know that I got better sustain than him, so even if it looks like I trade even with him, it's uneven because I got the pushing advantage, and with my lifesteal I will heal it up. I will heal like 200 health per minion wave. He got some sustain as well, but I got more. I just want to try to keep pressuring him. And one other important thing to note about this current game is that I pressured him early because I pushed and contested every CS, and this is why I got a teleport advantage here, and this is why I can make this play happen. I am able to teleport bot lane when they go too aggressive, and we are able to pick up 2 kills for this. And this is really important when you play top lane, that you pay attention to the bot lane or the mid lane when they need help, and don't waste your teleport just to get back into lane. It might be worth it. You could make a case for this Gragas having to teleport back because he would miss 2 additional waves if he didn't, but this is why you really need to trade efficiently and like this. I can make a case that I'm slightly better at the game than this Gragas because I have dropped some divisions, so the skill level wise is maybe a bit uneven, but in an even matchup you really need to not waste your teleport. If the top lane is even and you're not getting behind in CS or pushed in, don't waste your teleport on lane, because your bot lane or mid lane might need it. You might need it to take dragon. So it's incredibly important for top lane especially. That's how you carry from the top lane. And with this game playing out now, I nearly got my Trinity Force, and when I got that, I'm incredibly slippery as Yasuo. They can't kill me. It's nearly impossible for them to kill me when I got my Trinity Force, because I'm just too damn fast. I got my E to move around minions, and I got the phage effect. When I kill a minion I get movement speed, and when I hit an enemy I get movement speed. Plus I get 2 seal items, that means I get 10% more base movement speed, and I got the usual brown boots as well. So I'm pretty damn fast, you can say. So here they try to kill me. They back off because they saw that Nunu Q. I think Gragas didn't realize that and just went in and suicided. But I don't think I would die there anyways if our Lee Sin didn't show up, because I'm too damn fast. And here I should have been more suspicious about this, because a Thresh doesn't show up in top lane alone. A support never shows up in top lane alone without a purpose. So as soon as that happens, at least on diamond level, you need to be a bit cautious what is happening here. He's probably bringing some teammates along him. So, but I got out of there because I blocked the entire Syndra ultimate with my broken Yasuo wind wall. And you see, guys, by just playing risk-free this game, I've just pushed in. I'm not tried to go for some insane solo kill outplay. I've just pushed Gragas in, and by doing this I'm nearly 3 levels ahead at this point. I'm 100 CS ahead as well, just by pushing him in. And I didn't try to dive him. Actually, earlier Lee Sin came to my lane and he wanted to dive him. It could have worked out, but it was a risky play. We didn't have vision of Nunu back then, so it was a risky play. So you don't need to take risky plays if you're already winning in CS in the matchup. And this is how big you can get with Yasuo. You're really slippery, and it's impossible to kill a fed Yasuo if he plays it well. It's just impossible with the new Warlord's Bloodlust Mastery, because you're so damn tanky. I could say I'd probably take like 4k damage at least in that skirmish. But this was the game, and if you enjoyed this episode of Climbing the Ladder, please leave it a thumbs up. It was kinda gameplay commentary as well, but leave it a thumbs up down below, and please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and share the video as well. And as always, gentlemen, stay fresh.